In this class we are going to discuss about speed control of DC motor, in which we are going to see about speed of a DC motor, speed control methods of DC motor, speed control of shunt motor, and finally we will see about speed control of series motor. We will see one by one. First, speed of a DC motor. We know the back EMF of a DC motor EB is the induced EMF due to rotation of the armature in magnetic field. Back EMF of a DC motor EB is the induced EMF due to rotation of the armature in magnetic field. Thus, value of the EB can be given by the EMF equation of DC generator. We know the equation EB equal to P phi NZ divided by 60A. For a DC machine, back EMF EB equal to P phi NZ divided by 60A, where P is number of poles, phi is flux per pole, N is speed in RPM, Z is number of armature conductors, A is equal to number of parallel path. Then speed of a DC motor. EB can also be given as EB equal to V minus IA or A. From the terminal voltage, EB is equal to V minus IA or A. Thus, from the above equations, N is written as EB 60A divided by P phi Z. N is equal to EB 60A divided by P phi Z. But for a DC motor, A, P and Z are constant. Therefore, N is proportional to K into EB by phi. N is proportional to K into EB by phi, where K is the constant, that is back EMF constant. N is equal to K into EB by phi. Thus, it shows a speed is directly proportional to back EMF and inversely proportional to the flux per pole. Let us see about the speed control of shunt motor. First one is flux control method. It is seen that speed of the motor is inversely proportional to the flux, that is from the equation N proportional to EB by phi, the speed of the motor is inversely proportional to flux. Thus, by decreasing the flux, speed can be increased and vice versa. To control the flux, a rheostat is added in series with the field winding as shown in the circuit diagram. See the diagram. A field rheostat is added in the field winding in series with the field winding as shown in the figure. Adding more resistance in series with the field winding will increase the speed as it will decrease the flux. Field current is relatively small and hence I squared R loss is small. Hence this method is quite efficient since the I squared R loss is very small. Hence this method is efficient. Though speed can be increased by reducing flux, with this method it puts a limit to maximum speed as weakening of flux beyond the limit will adversely affect the commutation. We will see about the second method of speed control of DC shunt motor, that is armature control method. Speed of the motor is directly proportional to back EMF EB, that is N is proportional to EB, and EB is equal to V minus IA or A. That is when supply voltage V and armature resistance RA are kept constant, speed is directly proportional to armature current IA. Thus, if we add resistance in series with the armature, IA decreases and hence speed decreases. See the diagram. There will be an armature rheostat that is added with the armature, that is A1, A2. Greater the resistance in series with the armature, greater the decrease in speed. So, it is the method to control the speed of the DC shunt motor. Then the third method of speed control of shunt motor is voltage control method. In this method, the output from the generator G is fed to the armature of the motor M2, whose speed is to be controlled. The output voltage of the generator G can be varied from 0 to its maximum value, and hence the armature voltage of the motor M2 is varied very smoothly. Hence, very smooth speed control of motor can be obtained by this method. It is also a voltage control method. Instead of using rheostat, we are using a generator, coupled generator. See the diagram. In this method, the output from the generator G is fed to the armature of the motor M2, whose speed is to be controlled. The output voltage of the generator G can be varied from 0 to its maximum value, and hence the armature voltage of the motor M2 is varied very smoothly. Hence, very smooth speed control can be obtained by this method. There are two methods in the voltage control method. First one is multiple voltage control method. Second one is wall Leonard system. Wall Leonard system is shown in the figure. In this method, that is the multiple voltage control method, the shunt field is connected to a fixed exciting voltage and armature is applied with different voltages. The voltage across armature is changed with the help of suitable switchgear. The speed is approximately proportional to the voltage across the armature. Instead of rheostat, we are using switchgear for various voltages for the armature. Then second one is Ward-Leonard system. This system is used where very sensitive speed control of motor is required. Example, electric excavators, elevators. The arrangement of the system is shown in figure. M2 is the motor whose speed is to be controlled, and M1 may be any DC motor or AC motor with constant speed, and G is the generator directly coupled to M1. Then we will see about the speed control of series motor. Again, the first method is flux control method. It can be obtained by tapped field control as shown in figure C. See the diagram. Tapped field coil is tapped dividing number of turns. Thus we can select different values of phi by selecting different number of turns. By tapping of field we can get the different value of flux. By varying the flux we can control the value of speed. Then second one is parallelizing the field coils. In this method several speeds can be obtained by recoupling coils as shown in the figure D. Recoupling of coils is done by the paralleling field coils. Then next one is variable resistance in series with the armature. By introducing resistance in series with the armature, voltage across the armature can be reduced and hence speed reduces in proportional with it. Then last method is series parallel control. This system is widely used in electric traction. Series parallel control is used in electric traction. Now we are using more electric vehicles. For electric vehicles they are using series motor. In that purpose we are using series parallel control method for the control of series motor speed control, where two or more mechanically coupled series motors are employed. For low speeds motor are joined in series, and for high speeds motor are joined in parallel. When in series the motors have the same current passing through them, although voltage across each motor is divided. When in parallel voltage across each motor is same although current gets divided.